The possibility that non-human intelligences have visited our planet, and even copulated with primitive human beings, is found in many of the ancient cultural and religious records of our civilization. There are historical records that reveal, in addition, that these intelligences were reptiles in their nature or, at least, have been represented throughout human history as reptilian beings. From the serpent Nahash, in the Garden of Eden, to Atum, the Egyptian serpent man, or Quetzalcoatl, the serpent god of the Mayans, to the double helix serpent of Enki or Ea in ancient Sumerian literature, the serpent has been the omnipresent link between humans and the gods of all cultures. Archaeologists and explorers discovered in 1951, a library with more than 22,000 ancient tablets in what is now Iraq. These tablets contain what we know to be the earliest writings of the Earth and date back to about 6,000 years ago when this region of the Earth was known as Mesopotamia, Sumer, and Babylon. On the tablets, a story is told that is also reflected in the book of Genesis of the Bible. The tablets tell the story of a great flood that changed the face of the earth and its inhabitants, and tells the construction of a tower and the creation of the spoken word. What in the Bible is related as the Tower of Babel and the Great Flood. On the tablets and scrolls found there was included a star map of what appears to be our Sun and its planets, since the parchment also includes detailed descriptions of our solar system that corresponds to what we know of it today. The funny thing is that this map includes a planet, or spacecraft, that orbits between Mars and Jupiter that they call Nibiru. According to the texts found, Nibiru entered our solar system and collided with the planet Tiamat. The remains of Tiamat became Eridu, which is the Earth as we know it today, and the rest left over from the explosion became the asteroid belt. Nibiru took an orbit around our Sun that took 3,600 years to pass between Mars and Jupiter. In recent years and based on patterns of our solar system, some astronomers have been looking for a planet with this same orbit, which led to the discovery of the planet Pluto. The search for Nibiru continues. According to the found texts, this detailed information was given by the Anunnaki, and they are described as a race of reptilian gods who came to Earth. It is written that they came to extract gold and other elements to use them to protect the atmosphere of their planet. This theory of reptilian gods of the heavens creating man is not at all unusual, and we can find traces of reptilian history in most regions of our planet. In Japan, the emperors claim to descend from dragon gods who came from heaven. Australian Aborigines teach about a reptilian race that lives under the earth and rules over men. They believe they are descended from a race of human dragons. In China, they believe that serpent queen Nu Kua interbred with men. In India, these reptilian gods, the Nagas, are called and claim that they planted their royal families. In Eastern countries, there are traces of a serpent race that created man. In the book of Genesis speaks about giants that came from the heavens to reproduce with the daughters of man. They were called the Nephilim. In Africa they are called Chitori, children of the serpent, and the kings of Africa claimed that they descended from serpent gods that came from heaven. The Mayans spoke that their ancestors were snake people, and the Aztecs said they were created by a female snake. The American Hopi Indians believed that the gods of heaven came down to reproduce with their wives, and referred to them as their snake brothers. Reptilians live in long underground tunnels and can inhabit other dimensions. The reptilians have constituted the group of the Illuminati, beings of human aspect but under the orders of the reptilians who follow very specific political agendas to perpetuate themselves in power and control the world through media manipulation, genetics and the search for a government-centralized world. The Illuminati would have as mission the establishment of a new world order. Is there a possibility that we may be or that we have always been enslaved by these leaders?